Hello, welcome. This is Wanderstop. This is a self-described cozy game. Whenever a game is self-described as cozy, my eyes kind of roll into the back of my skull and I cease all motor function, but this one's a little bit different. Made by a developer that you might have heard of. They made the Stanley Parable and the Beginner's Guide, which are very interesting games. And so I was very interested when I heard that they were making some kind of semi-casual, farmy, simmy type game. And so I wanted to give this a shot.
I trained like my life depended on it. I did the time. I put in the work. Right. Maybe the loss was actually a lesson I needed. I'm a failure. I'm weak. I'm a failure. I guess I'm a failure. Only one person in the world is good enough to train me back up. Master Winters. I'll do whatever she demands of me. And when I leave this place, it will be on nobody's terms, but mine.
That's certainly an interesting way of starting your cozy, casual, farmy type game. What do you mean my controller isn't working? All right. I hope it's brutal. Really like the music so far. I think I understand what they're driving at here. I'll just leave it here for now. I'll be right back. A very good morning, miss. Good to see you are awake. My goodness, you're not feeling well. I can't stay here. I need to leave. Oh, I see. How delightful. Say, Boro would very much like a cup of tea. Which is to say, this one's name is Boro. A pleasure to be making your acquaintance. Are you having a name as well? Alta. Wanderstop is the name of my tea shop, you see. Right there in front of us. As long as I am making tea, would Miss Alta like some tea as well? No. An acceptable answer. Tea only for Boro, then. Something has occurred to me. You said you are not wanting to drink tea. But perhaps you'd wish to help me make tea. The making of tea, it is good for the soul and body, perhaps help you recover. Do not feel like you have to answer right away. I will be over there, inside the shop. Dialogue in this game is actually really well done. I mean, I would expect nothing less from the writers of Stanley Parable and Beginner's Guide. Those are like insanely well written games. There's no jump. There is in fact no jump key, but we can run. A very pretty looking game. You've decided to join me. I'll do this only until I'm well enough to travel. Very good, I am understanding completely. We must be showing you the steps to make tea. Hold space to highlight the current location of other characters and key items in the clearing. Okay, interesting. Welcome to the maintenance room. Here you will find all sorts of useful tools for running a tea shop. Scoop them right into the basket, no trimming required. Remember, you'll need an entirely full basket before the tea drying process can begin. Okay. So far, pretty standard stuff. Collect some tea bushes and dry some leaves. Nothing to sneeze at, nothing to write home about. You set the leaves out to dry, and it will be several minutes before the process is complete. Yo, we got a frog sprinkler? Hell yeah. Okay, we can stash an item. We can stash all of these. Let's do that. We got ourselves a watering can. Pretty clean interface. Before we begin, can Boro suggest that you please stash your watering can? Welcome to the garden. Here's where Boro likes to do the planting of plants. Please imagine a grid surrounding our blue fern. If you were to plant 2 additional simple plants on either side of it, forming a line, then the fern in the middle becomes a plant egg. Okay. We get a fern egg. Does that mean we could plant next to these 2 and then get another fern egg? Fill the watering can with water, then pour it into your new egg. Fill up our watering can with some water. So cozy. I'm about ready to go into a coma. Heck yeah, bud. It's asking us for a lot of water, and it looks like we gave it enough water finally. You have successfully watered the plant egg. Once you water the egg, it will grow into a hybrid plant. The plant you have made is what I call a small hybrid. Once you've picked the fresh new seed from the small hybrid, please let me know. Okay, we've grabbed some seeds. How many steps are there? Do not be alarmed, miss. We're down to the last several dozen steps in the process. Are you serious? No, this was a joke. Boro was joking. We really aren't too terribly far off. Just as small hybrids produced seeds, large hybrids will give us fruits. Remember how you used a line pattern to be making a small hybrid? To make a large hybrid, we instead use this triangular pattern. You do not have to reuse any of the plants we planted to make the small hybrid. So we don't plant it around this guy. We have to plant it like this. Okay, we grab our watering can. Whoa. Now we can give it a bunch of water to get a bunch of fruits. We got a stash before we can grab the fruits. but we grabbed some fruits. Looks like we can only grab one at a time and then we stash them. I did it. I made fruit. Wonderful, miss. You have excelled at gardening. Truly you have. You can also learn more about the fruits each large hybrid produces. Understanding the attributes of these fruits will be useful for making tea. Yes, that's all for gardening. Do you feel accomplished? Sure, why not? It is a begrudging sense of accomplishment, but I will accept it. Apparently we can mix and match patterns in order to get different kinds of plants. I actually immediately understand and appreciate this mode where we can see where anyone is like immediately. I think that's actually a really clever way of doing things. Here we are back inside the shop. What a whirlwind adventure you and I have been on. If this is all too much information, then perhaps we should take a small break just to let our minds relax a bit. Boro could tell a joke. Sure, tell me this joke. Okay, here's the joke. A librarian and a farmer are eating dinner in a fancy restaurant. Suddenly, one of them notices a sign that says no librarians or farmers allowed. They both become quite scared that they're going to be kicked out of the restaurant. When suddenly the farmer removes his mask and reveals he's actually an astronaut. Or maybe, actually, hold on. What if they are eating dinner in space and the sign says no astronaut? Yeah, okay, yes, that is much funnier. Are you improvising this joke? Yes. Why? Well, Burrow is attempting a more organic feeling for the joke. That way, the humor is feeling light and fresh. Wouldn't you agree? Fine, but this better make me laugh. Yes, of course. Okay, where were we? The librarian and the farmer are eating dinner in a restaurant in space, and a sign says no astronauts allowed. This means there is no concern of them being kicked out of the restaurant until both of them remove their masks. They are both astronauts. Oh no, this is a tragedy. Surely they are going to be kicked out of the space restaurant. But then, let's see. Then the sign removes its mask too. It isn't a sign after all. It's the dessert menu. They both order dessert. One asks for custard and the other asks for a banana split. Then after dessert, they leave the restaurant and go to a movie theater. Is this joke going somewhere? Miss, this is all part of the process. Humor cannot be rushed. Yeah, but it has to get somewhere eventually. Do not worry. With Captain Boro in charge, this joke boat will be steered safely into the harbor of laughs. Yo. Okay. So after dinner, they go to the movie theater and they look at what movies are playing. Many movies are showing. There are some comedies, some dramas, a couple of horror films, and I've got it. Here's the punchline. So one of the astronauts says, "How about this movie? It's called The Train That Ran Out of Fuel." And the other one says, "No thanks. I hear it really loses steam at the end." Aha, do you get it? The movie and the train both lose steam. Wait, what was the point of the astronauts? What was there a whole section of the joke where they ate dinner and took off their masks? That was character building, creating context. You see, I'm dying a little here. You see, the first half of the joke helps you to care about them. You're invested in their story. No, I'm not. No, I don't care about the astronauts at all. I see. Well, this is all useful feedback. Boro will be refining and workshopping his material going forward. At any rate, that delightful diversion into comedy has left us both refreshed and relaxed. Shall we get back to tea making? And then the tea machine removed its mask, and it was actually a farmer. Yes, the tea machine is a most vital part of preparing drinks. These instructions should help explain how the tea machine is to be used, I hope. I definitely think that there's an important lesson in this game, and I think I'm understanding what it is. Next up is to heat the water. Climb down the ladder a bit to reach the bellows. Pump the bellows while keeping the heat at exactly the right temperature. Once the water is fully boiling, this step will be complete. It's all about the process, you know? You can't rush the process, and if you don't enjoy the process, then you're not going to make anything worthwhile in life, you know? Now that is some steaming hot water. Tell me, are Boro's instructions helpful, or would you rather be figuring out the rest of the machine on your own? Let me figure out the rest on my own. Oh, and this ladder swivels. Wild. What does that do? That brings the water into this next part. I'm assuming this is where we are gonna want to put our chip. Okay, so we need our T-ball. Looks like we got 2 T-balls, or did we only get 1? Oh, we got 1, but you can only hold 1 thing at a time. All right, so now, where's our chip? Okay, chip. Toss 1. Wonder, should we put in 2? We'll put in 2, and then 1 T-ball. And then we kick that. It gets poured down into this. Don't we need a cup? Yeah, we need a cup. Is this a cup? Yeah, this is a cup. All right, let's make some tea. Or pour some tea. Oh no, it overflowed. We wasted some of our tea. There you go. This is the tea that you've made? Yep, here it is. Splendid. Delicious. It is everything that Boro was hoping for. Won't you join me at my favorite bench? I think it would be the perfect place to enjoy this tea. Delightful. Cup of tea, a nice view, and a new acquaintance. Tell me, do you find the scenery as enchanting as I do? Is it a feast for your eyes? It's just that I have something very important to do, and I can't waste any time. Will the important thing vanish if you spend 1/2 hour making tea? If ever you put your mission on hold, I am always looking for help here at the shop. Wait, put my mission on hold? Why exactly would I do that? I simply mean that it is possible you decide to stop looking for this Master Winters. What are you talking about? You think I'm someone who would give up on this? You've known me for 10 minutes and you're talking about how you think I'd quit? I'm sorry, miss. I was not meaning to touch on such a nerve. Why can't I not lift my own sword? Doesn't make sense. I need to get out of here right now. Can't move, I can't. I don't have the energy.
Why are you here in this forest? Because of those fights. I lost and there was no good reason.
I needed the fear and the anger. I needed to lose. I can use it to get better. There you are, coming around again. Must say, continuing to carry you here from the forest is reinvigorating Boro's triceps. How are you feeling? Any better? Yes, what a surprise that a person pushing themselves to the brink of exhaustion would collapse. It is a mystery. I am completely baffled. I appreciate that Boro is not dumb. Like, not even pretending to be dumb. You can go out there and run to your heart's content. You can collapse again and again and again if that's what you want. And then one of these times you will be collapsing for good. But here in the tea shop, you could spend some time relaxing. If you would like to try out running the tea shop, just come speak with me. Take your time, there is no rush. Wow, I have all of his stuff. Alta just ran into the forest with all of Boro's tools. That seems highly unkind. You were feeling up for helping me to run the tea shop? Briefly. Literally as soon as I can pick up my sword again, I'm out of here. What's first is that we must be better acquainting you with the shop. Please come with me. Miss Alta, the last time we were here, I pointed you to the direction of our watering can. I did not tell you much about the other tools. They are also quite useful, yes? You probably know this, seeing as you've already taken every tool off the rack. You must be feeling eager to do some shop management work, huh? Why, Boro feels the exact same way. Broom is useful for sweeping up any unsightly leaf piles that gather outside. If you find any trinkets hidden in the leaves, you are welcome to keep them. If you notice any weeds growing outside, perhaps you'll use our clippers. Personally, Boro finds it quite relaxing to do a bit of weeding. Am I weird for thinking this? Perhaps. When a cup is dirty, you can place it here on one of the dishwashing train cars. The cup will be dropped over here in the maintenance room, thoroughly cleaned. I want to sweep these leaves right away. I don't want to wait. Don't tell me to sweep them. I just want to do it. Sweep! Sweep! Oh shit, there's combat in this game? It is your lovely sword, very beautiful specimen. The sword is still too heavy to lift, yes? There's a book in there on gardening, written by Boro's very good friend Sylvia. You may find it useful. I am quite certain Sylvia has phrased it better than I could have. With that, let us begin the exciting tea management adventure. It is beginning. Here we go! Are we doing it? Yes, we're doing it right now. It is happening as we speak. Okay, great. Good for us. Good for us indeed. I actually love Boro. He's my favorite. No! I want to make tea! God damn it! Alright, well, that's Wanderstop. I kind of wish there was a bit more gameplay in the demo specifically. I appreciate how much effort is being put to adding a bit of character to this and adding a bit of story. And I have to say, I'm more invested in the characters we've got here than I have been in a lot of other kind of farming games. This is really cool. I like the mechanics. I'm looking forward to trying more of them. I want to see what else that it's got going on. I'm curious how they're gonna try and wrap up that story, because there's something interesting going on there. If you're interested in trying the demo, definitely take a look at the link in the description. If you want to hit the like button, I'd appreciate it a lot, and consider subscribing if you want more content like this. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.